What is better? Is a loan the best option? Is a line of credit the best option? When you're trying to fund or grow a business, which one is it? We're going to unpack actual loans that I've taken out for my business, actual lines of credit I've taken out for my business, how they worked, what the pros and cons of each were, and then at the very end here, we're going to actually give you the real answer to this question. Is a loan best for my business or is a line of credit? So let's get going. All right, my friends, so today we're talking about loans versus lines of credit. Probably a lot of you have an idea of what you think the best option would be. Let's look at some loan options when there are different ways to fund your business, especially new on. I remember I was growing one of my first 7-figure businesses, actually turned into an 8-figure business. And that particular business, the first business loan I actually got for it was like a $40,000 loan, and this was with a company that no longer exists. And the way these loans would work is they'd be paid back either at 6 months or 12 months, and you'd have like a monthly payment, pretty high monthly payment, pretty high interest rate. And boy, you better make a return on that loan. The pros of it, it was easy to qualify. I connected up my business bank account, got the loan, very quickly deposited to my bank account, was able to use it. It wasn't difficult to qualify for. It's just based off of my business bank statements and a little bit of credit. And so was able to get that loan, was able to use it to grow that business, and then eventually pay that back down. The negative is the payback very quick, right? The other negative is now you've got 40 grand in your business bank account. Boy, you better get a return on that loan real fast and have a marketing plan and know exactly where you're going to put that money that's going to immediately generate results. Because if that loan cost me 30%, I'm pretty damn sure it did, then I better be making 100, 200% on that money. If I make 100 minus 30% cost of capital, I'm netting 70% return on that money. That's a good return. I don't make that extra money without taking that expensive loan, but that's one example of taking a loan. A second time I took a loan, I took out like a $50,000 loan, and this one was paid back over, I want to say 2 years. So the monthly payment was a little bit more affordable. The business was a little bit more established at that time, had a profitable business tax return or two to qualify for the better interest rate and payment, but it was still 2-year payback, so it was a pretty high monthly payment, obviously better than the 1-year option. And so took this loan out, was able to, qualify for my own home mortgage and buy a property that's now $1 million property that appreciated a ton. So it was absolutely worth going through the headache to do that. Used that $50,000, got it paid off. But the problem with both of these loans is once they're paid off, and if you have an opportunity or an emergency where you need to access money and capital, which let's be honest, as entrepreneurs, the one thing we can expect going into next year, into 2024, is there's going to be a lot of chaos, a lot of uncertainty. So there's all this uncertainty out there. And if you qualified for a loan, and let's say 12 months later, the business bank's deposits have gone down, you may no longer qualify for the loan, now you're in trouble. So one of the biggest cons to a loan is once it's paid off, and if you need another loan, now you've got to jump through the hoops to get it. Let's look at some real life case study examples of lines of credit. Let's start with a business credit card that I established a few years ago, $10,000 card, now is up to a $115,000 limit, really acting as a line of credit, and even better because it has all these cashback rewards and bonuses. Just got back 3 or 4 weeks ago from Disney World, took my 4 kids, my wife there, my sister came and my parents, and we were able to, really pay for a lot of that vacation, if not all of it, with those cashback rewards and points that I use with this business credit card. And so that gives you great flexibility. I don't have to keep qualifying for a new loan because it acts as a line of credit. It's there. I can use it, pay it down, use it, pay it down. And the business lines of credit are also very similar, right? Now, one of the biggest advantages of a line of credit is you're not paying on it unless you use it. Yes, there's $115,000. I've got another home equity line of credit for $220,000 just sitting there. I only would tap it if I had a great opportunity or an emergency, and I would pay it off quickly, but it's available. I don't have to go re-qualify for that. And so that's one of the biggest pros to having a business line of credit or even a home equity line of credit. You have that as an entrepreneur business owner. You have runway, you have options, you have credit limits that you can take advantage of, and as long as you're generating a higher return than the very low interest rate on typically those lines of credit for your business or personally using for business reasons, you're going to win, and you're going to win big. We've talked about loans, we've talked about lines of credit, we've talked about real life case studies and examples, and the bottom line is you can win and grow your business with both of them. But at the end of the day, it is vitally more important that you have a line of credit that can be business credit cards, it can be an actual traditional business line of credit. As long as you have that revolving money available in case of an emergency or an awesome opportunity, you have options, you have runway. So if you don't have a business line of credit, if you don't have business credit cards, now is the time to get them. The time to get funding is well before you need it, so that you have it easily accessible, because you never know if you're going to get into a tight money cash situation where you no longer actually qualify for funding. So that, my friends, is what it's all about. Get access to the money now, have it available. That way you can grow your dream business. That is the video today, my friends. Take action, make it happen. If you liked it, if you know someone who needs to watch this, share it with them. God bless. We'll see you next time.